before I get started, I just wanted to announce that thank you guys for all the support the channel's been getting. 42 subscribers is pretty insane. And a week ago, I had 20. So we are growing pretty quickly, actually. And I really appreciate that. So, before we get into the video, again, I just want to say, if you do subscribe, I will end up eventually presenting the UCS Razor Crest on this channel. It may be a year from now, but that's okay, because I will still show it on the channel. Anyway, let's just get into the worst to first of all live-action Star Wars movies. Just so you know, this is my opinion. Please don't get that mad at me. If you disagree, make your own video. Anyway, let's get started with number 11. And that's going to be Attack of the Clones. I am sorry. This movie is so bad. It's slow-moving. The dialogue is terrible.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
The CGI is far from good, and although the Battle of Geonosis is pretty great, and seeing Yoda in his prime is awesome, this movie is just by far the worst of all of these. Then, in 10th place is The Phantom Menace, only slightly better in my opinion, because Hayden Christensen wasn't in it. That's honestly the only thing that's better than Attack of the Clones about The Phantom Menace. Anyway, on to number 9, The Rise of Skywalker. It is quite bad, and it is just super inconsistent with the rest of the sequel trilogy, and it's just sad. Also, we didn't get a final Lego duel set from it, which is kind of surprising, to be honest. Anyway, then is going to be A New Hope. It's a great movie, but just all the other ones are better in my opinion. I think that it's fine, but it's not great. Although, it is much appreciated that it is just a pure good Star Wars movie. Then is going to be Solo. I think the only thing I really have against this movie is that it wasn't Harrison Ford, and that it was kind of unnecessary to be made, but I think the way they did make it is actually kind of neat. And I think it's a cool story to be told, and I hope that the new Lando show continues on the Darth Maul scene at the end. Then, number 5 is going to be The Force Awakens. I think as much as it did retell A New Hope, it told it in a better way. Like, nostalgia aside, I think the story is more interesting, and I think that it deserves credit for that. I think they have some great music, some well-developed characters, and some pretty funny dialogue, too. Anyway, on to number 4, and that's going to be Return of the Jedi. I love this movie. It was my favorite for quite a long time, and I just think that Return of the Jedi is a solid movie with some great ships, some great fight scenes, and a pretty interesting story as well. Pretty good on Return of the Jedi side. Then, on 3rd place, Empire Strikes Back. The absolute classic. Most people's favorite. Not quite mine, but the Battle of Hoth is quite cool. And I think the classic, "No, I am your father," is quite possibly one of the best lines, and one of the best plot twists, even though there is a lot of nostalgia blindness, but I think that one is just genuinely good. On to the 2nd place, which I think is actually the best movie, but isn't the best Star Wars movie. So, in a different worst to first list, it's the best movie, but it's not in this, because it's not as good of a Star Wars movie, and that's Rogue One. I think I already said it's Rogue One, but if I didn't, it's Rogue One. And I think Rogue One is really, really good. I remember seeing this in theaters. It was absolutely incredible for me, and I loved that they didn't, ruin it with all, familiar faces. Sure, we had Vader, sure, we had Mothma, but it wasn't about those characters. It was able to tell its own story, and that is what I really hope the Andor show does. And then on to first place. Probably one of my most hot takes ever. If you saw that video, which you probably didn't because it only got 9 views, then you know that is The Last Jedi, and I love The Last Jedi. I think that what they did with Luke makes enough sense in the story of Star Wars. I think they should have. I think that the hyperspace tactic is a little strange, but at the same time, I just love this movie. I think that opening fight scene with the Dreadnought is my favorite space battle in all of Star Wars, even better than Battle of Coruscant, in my opinion. I think it's unfortunate that, like, they completely dumped the Finn likes Rey storyline. Now Finn likes Rose, and then in the next one, Finn likes Jana or whatever her name is. But anyway, that is going to wrap it up for this video. If you want to see a worst to first Star Wars video with the shows and the non-live action stuff, please do drop a like on the video. Let's say 10 likes, and I'll make that video. Anyway, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. If you want to see the UCS Razor Crest on this channel in a bit. Not soon. In a bit, though. Anyway, goodbye, and I will see you in the next one. Sorry, I went a little long with this video. Bye.